William, the French President Emmanuel Macron says now is not the time to lift Russian sanctions. Are Starmer and Trump and also Europe just far apart on their view of Russia, especially when it comes to sanctions?
I'd say to some degree, yes. I'd say that, as I mentioned before, Trump did say twice there needs to be more economic pressure on Russia and in order to get this deal, the implication being that the sanctions would be unwound if not. And during that moment this morning that I was talking about, or at least this morning our time, when Zelensky said because the Russians didn't accept the deal, there need to be more sanctions right away. This is all part of that conversation. I think ultimately Trump would like to decrease the sanctions because he got a ceasefire. And also trying to get a Nobel Peace Prize, which I don't think he'll get, but that's part of his motivation. And he, will use the threat of sanctions if he has to, like he uses threats of tariffs, and then sometimes he applies them and sometimes he doesn't. Anyone that tries to predict Trump's next move is lying to you, that thinks they're able to predict the move. But there is sort of a dance going on here between Europe, Ukraine, and the United States. Sanctions is a big part of the puzzle. And as long as the Russians take maximalist positions, I don't see the sanctions going away anytime soon.